Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here at Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa. Look at this absolutely beautiful Royal Enfield Classic 350. It's in this absolutely gorgeous green. Raised letters here, black back here, knee pads. Just a fabulous bike. Real quick about the specs of this thing. It's a 349cc single overhead cam, 20 horsepower, 20 foot-pounds of torque. That's 27 newton meters. Has a 5-speed transmission. Jumping over here to the front, it's got 41 millimeter forks with about 5.1 inches of travel. That's 130 millimeters. 300 millimeter disc with a dual piston bi-brake caliper. I think that's a 19-inch tire. That would be a 190/19 on spokes. Doesn't that just look gorgeous, the whole front end? Jumping here to the back, it's a dual shock rear end. About 3.5 inches of travel. I think that's 89 millimeters. 270 millimeter disc on the rear with a single piston bi-brake. Tire size is 120/90/18, so an 18 on the back. Gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. Chrome shocks, chrome wheels, this beautiful chrome pipe. That's an add-on. Seat height is 31.7 inches. That's 805 millimeters. Wheelbase is 54.7 inches. That's 1,389 millimeters. Fuel tank is 3.4 gallons. That's about 13 liters. And wet weight, 430 pounds. That is 195 kilograms. But that's not the only thing they've done to this motorcycle. What's really neat about this one is, besides the absolute good looks, I mean, this thing is a real looker, you know, tiger eyes and everything. This thing has got, we'll start on this side. They put a D&A air filter, the cover, and then the filter itself in there. Coming over here, it's got a FuelX behind, I think it's on this side behind this. Up here, they put a cam in. So it's got the air filter system, the cam, the FuelX system, and then check out this beautiful pipe. Starts here all the way back. This is one of those pipes, and I have heard this running, but we're going to hear it running in a second. Now this has gone, I don't know how many miles they put on it. This went on a little bit of a ride the other day, so you can start seeing the coloration starting to come in. Just a beautiful, beautiful kind of the seasoning, you know. About 167 miles on it. I think I want to ride it about 100 miles today if I can get away with it. I've got one just like it right there. I've got a I think 71, 72, 7,300 miles on mine, and that's my favorite all-around motorcycle. That's the one I pull out when I have to do something in particular, like go to get groceries or run an errand or do something like that. That's the one I pull out when I have absolutely nothing to do and I just want to go out and have fun. That's how much fun these motorcycles are. Having said all that, let's get some gear on and go for a ride. Wahoo! Okay, let's hit that magic button. Oh, she just roars to life. Can you all hear that? I'm not sure what kind of pipe that is, but it's from Baxter Cycle. Exhaust pipe alley right here. Oh yes, oh yes, that's a good one. Very good. That's from the head all the way back. That isn't just a slip-on. So that's a cat delete system. Everything all in one. Loads of torque. I rode my 350 today. It's got a cat delete and that's all. This one has got every option you can do for performance that Baxter just does. The sound. Can y'all hear that? Boy, this thing jumps. Just jumps. I love the way she sings. This thing sings a beautiful song. What a beautiful tune it sings. Oh yes. Wow, that is that goes right to the soul, right to the soul. I like it. Let's do our little spin test over here. They got gravel in our normal area. Now I know these bikes turn extra well. There is the derailed grill right there. The next time you get yourself over here to the mighty metropolis of Marnie, make sure you get there and get a Wahoo burger, by golly. Check out the street art. Oh, this thing sounds like a race bike. I love it. I love that pipe. Let's go make this thing sing. Oh yes. Ha, there is a rev limiter. I love it. What a machine. What a machine. It just springs to life. This has got it all. This has got the goods. These motorcycles, especially one like this that's been massaged by a good mechanic, has a wonderful blend of machine and soul. You know, it just pulls right. It just feels right. I've called mine the Zen Field. This thing is so relaxing and so good to ride. This is Zen Field Plus, maybe? I'm just loving this thing. What a grin, what a grin. All right, y'all, I'll catch up to you at the next town. Wahoo! We're a few miles down the road now, rolling into Walnut, Iowa, or Antique City, Iowa, as they like to be called. Look at this beautiful brick street. All kinds of neat things here, neat stores and stuff like that. Well, this motorcycle with its add-ons fears no hill, I'll tell you that. The wind was at our back the whole time, but boy, this thing just roared up those hills. You know, what I like about this, I love the curvaceous lines, I love the low stance, I love the long fenders. Everything's metal, all the bodywork's metal. This particular one has incredibly good paint, you know, the green, the gold. Just excellent look. I love this up here, the very minimalistic dash. These pilot lights up here, and there's little lights on the side, you know, kind of what they call them tiger eyes or pilot lights. It's got a big old speedo right here, analog, and that's really the only information you get other than a digital fuel gauge right here. And then there's a trip 1 and trip 2 meter in here that you control with a button over here. Speaking of buttons, we've got the clutch on this side, of course, with these wonderful swept levers that work well with these Amal style grips. We've got the information button that I already pointed out, the flash to pass light right here, high lows for the lights, blinkers, horn, and then over here we've got the kill switch, run switch, and start button. You rocker it over, and then the hazard light switch also, brake of course. You know, everything you need but nothing you don't need. It kind of fits the classic style. You know, this is a classic 350. Listen to that. Wow, this sings a song to the soul, I tell you. I'm partial to the classic anyway, but this one really does it. I may have to go this way with mine. Can y'all hear that? What a dream bike. What a dream bike. Shifts very well. 5-speed transmissions on these are excellent. Just a beautiful thing. So seating position on this, you sit upright, leaning forward slightly. Your hips and your knees are about the same level. Your heels are slightly back from your knees, but not much. You do reach the bars, but slightly. Not too bad at all. Handling in the garage is very easy. I keep mine by the garage door, so when I take out, it just rolls right out easy. You get out on the parking lot or around town streets, it's really at home right there. It does very well. And then you get it out on these 2-lane blacktops, it's a dream on these roads. It just does so well. It's almost like a piece of art. If you enjoy the art, again, the art of motorcycle riding, this is a bike that will really bring it out. Just a wonderful thing, absolutely wonderful. Interstate, on a normal 350, I don't think I'd go on the interstate unless the wind was at my back. I think I'd keep it to that with this one also, you know. This one has the upgrades and it seems to pull well, but I don't think it's really a great interstate bike. Little bits, maybe. Just an absolutely gorgeous day for a motorcycle ride. It's overcast, but it's warm. I think it's about 77 degrees. Not really too much of a breeze, but what breeze there is coming from behind us right now, so we'll be heading back into it on the way home. I think this town is called Corley, Iowa. We're just west of Harlan, I believe. Yeah, Corley, Old Corley store, it says right there. This is an antique shop. He's got several buildings here, actually. Definitely worth coming for the visit. Sorry, we are closed. They have a phone number there. You can call sometimes to get somebody in. I think the guy just lives next door or something like that. You know what? I want to talk about the looks of this motorcycle. First off, it's been running like a dream. Oh, look how gold that pipe is. Can you all see that? That is from the heat. It'll lessen up as it cools down. It won't be as yellow or gold. Isn't that just gorgeous? What a beautiful machine. What a beautiful machine. You know, it's got the all metal fenders that go all the way down. It's got the chrome wheels with spokes. It's got these beautiful covered forks. It's got this metal piece right here. This wonderful nacelle. I love this nacelle. This is cast aluminum, by the way. And of course, these old-timey hand grips and the curvaceous tank. You know, I just love that tank. And beautiful. It just carries on all the way back, you know. Just a gorgeous thing. I've seen these with single saddles, especially when you put the low seat on. It gives it more of a curve. Our good friend Steve, I don't want to say his last name, he's done that to one of his that he had. It's just gorgeous. And you know, I love the way this fender goes all the way down like this. And by the way, all metal. Check that out. Isn't that just amazing? Fabulous machine. Fabulous machine. I'm going to get some pictures and we will keep on going down the road. Wahoo! Welcome to Manila, Iowa. Look at that ominous looking sky ahead of us there. That's the direction we have to go. We're about 50 miles from home. Ah, yes. We might get a little wet, but if we're lucky we won't. Look at that thing. Nice. Something else I should throw in here is that this is a very comfortable bike to ride. It's sitting right, you feel right on it, it's comfortable, it's got the right feel to it. I'm looking for a train that I know is over here. Anyway, the bars reach up to you about, there it is back there, about as much as you need to. Let's see, let's pull over here and just take a look at that. Look at that. Klondike Railroad, it says. Oh, Klondike Museum right there, hotel. I'll be. Anyway, back to the bike. They should have a designation special for this. This thing runs so much better than a standard one. So much different than a standard. I shouldn't say better, but different. It should be called the Sport, or the Race, or the maybe the Torque, because it has so much torque. Sport, Race, Torque. SRT. We call it the SRT. What do you think of that? The Royal Enfield Classic SRT edition. Hey, there's City Hall. So years ago, a couple kids, they stuffed a shotgun with ketchup, and they pulled up here, and the guy hopped out, and the other guy pulled the shotgun out and blasted the one guy, and then the two guys threw the victim in the trunk and drove away. And the state troopers got called, and there was all kinds of harassment and hassle, and anyway, they found him. This was probably in the 50s or 60s, and there was just a bunch of kids playing around. What kind of trouble do you suppose they got into, huh? Yeah, what did I say? Royal Enfield Sport Race Torque SRT model. This thing really runs like a dream. I'm really impressed with it. Speaking of running, I'm going to head back home. I'm going to shut this camera off. If y'all are interested in something like this, or new used Royal Enfield, especially a hopped up one like this one, Triumph, classic British bike of any type, need parts, accessories, thingamajigs, doodads, anything at all, gloves like these wonderful ones I'm wearing today, get yourself over to Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, or go to baxtercycles.com. Tell those fine folks that Fuzzy Biker, that's me, sent you. Now, it's a beautiful day somewhere. I think we're going to get caught in some rain here. But if it's a beautiful day where you're at, get yourselves out there and ride, my friends. Wahoo! Yippee-yi-yay! Yippee-yi-yo! Down the road we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Turn the radio on. 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 Beautiful day for a motorcycle ride. Ha 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 ha.